I think I've probably taken the wrong approach to try to get a diamond red fox. I just spent the last hour on this map up here in the north during red fox feed time, and I was able to find, I believe it was 7 different female red fox, and they were all just solo females, not a male with them anywhere. And I kind of wonder if the issue has been only shooting the male fox, because quite often they do travel in pairs of 2, usually 1 male and 1 female, and by only shooting the males, we might just not get the respawns. It's been something that's been talked about with other species, like taking out the entire herd seems to trigger the respawns, and I wonder if by leaving a lot of those solo female fox alone, if that just doesn't get any males to respawn. So we're gonna pretty much try to call the entirety of our red fox population on Yukon today. Doesn't matter, male, female, whenever we can get an opportunity to take out a red fox, we're gonna go for it. And I just want to see what that does, and normally this is the type of thing I wouldn't even make a video on, I would just go and do it. But if this works, and we start to see more male red fox in the future, I want to actually be able to like go to this video and point to it, and show that it actually does work, because lately, there's been next to nothing for male red fox, and this is the only reason I can think of. So, that is one of, hopefully many, a level 4 female. And I think we'll probably at least start down here in the southwest. This huge lake definitely has them, but they're kind of difficult to hunt there, so I'm going to leave that alone for now and focus on the smaller lakes that we can kind of see across and have a better chance at actually spotting them. I am really glad that we have the snow right now, because otherwise, I don't think we would have seen that one. Just such a small thing to notice at a pretty big range. I don't know where we got that one, probably vertebrae, but it'll do well enough. And there's another level 4 female over there, so 3 to start with. But again, they travel in little groups of 2 so often. And so far we have 3 females by themselves, so I'm hoping at least this is the solution. I think because they are females, we probably won't show picking up every single one of them. But I was just thinking, running through here, there's no way that we've shot every single male red fox on this map, so at some point, I would expect to find a pair of 2 of them. And I'm wondering, just like, how difficult is it at range, especially in the dark, to be able to just get 2 of them taken out at once? Because it would be a bit of an issue. They don't run that fast, but they don't have to be hidden behind much to be completely invisible. They're just so small, so I'm hoping we can kind of test that out as well. That's kind of interesting. Those are tracks, but not from the 5 that we just shot. It's from a male even, and I think there might have been a pair of them just here right out of view. Looks like 1 male and 1 female, so we'll try to run after them. That's not really going to be the thing that I wanted to test, because if they're fleeing already and we have to run after them, that's less than ideal, but it's nice to see a male track at least here. Got one of them there, it's the male, and wouldn't you know it, it is the lowest level we've seen so far. Just about figures. I do think that probably dropped him in his tracks where he was there. Looks like that's the case. But the female must have split off in a different direction, because none of her tracks are here. At this point, the goal of the entire video is to take out every single fox, so I don't really want to be leaving one where we know is close. Hard shot that guy, by the way. If she's as close as I think she is, we ought to be getting a chance somewhere right down here. It's just tough when the brush is so tall. I think that was her. Bison running in front of her and everything. But I'm pretty sure somewhere in there, she's just sneaking through. Might not have the best angle. I think we could go for a brain shot though. It's really tough to get. Don't know if either of those connected. I think that one did. Straight in the brain on the second shot. And I think it was because she was sort of like jumping upwards, so we just timed that one right. But that's more fox down in the last like 15 minutes than I've had in hours. But of course, before, I was only focusing on male fox, so I like where this is going. And since we're down here, I think we'll just check this lake and then go back down. This type of thing is a little less than ideal. Guess it works. And nice of her to run at us. Can hear something else, and I don't actually hear footsteps. I just hear, like, the brush. Guess it was not a fox. Anyway, that's gonna take some time to get to. I think I might have a tent close to that though, so it might not be too bad. If we can drop that in, that should work. And yeah, it's right on top of the tent. That'll actually save us quite a lot of time having this placed right here. And it's no doubt one of those scenarios where normally I would fast travel to the tent and it would just be too close and not be visible. So close to a gold on that one, 9.5. And we can kind of just head back down to the other lake now. It's definitely nice to be able to hunt them like in their drink time and have a good idea of where they'll be. But just trying to spot them if they end up spooking, or really even if they don't spook, trying to spot them in this brush can be quite difficult, but that is yet another female one. And I think the ratio tells the whole story here. I'm pretty sure we're still at 1 male. And I've lost track of how many females, but we've got another hour in game of red fox drink time, so I think we'll actually go up to the dead forest next and see what we can find up in that area, but managed to brain shot another one running away from us. They sure aren't doing us any favors with where they're drinking at today either, just making it so tough to do much at all but spook them. I think we got another brain shot there. Not sure where she's sliding off to, but she'll stop eventually. The one thing that's nice about this, even if the ratio was like 50-50, getting to shoot more red fox does make it more interesting. And I think it's going to make it a little more tolerable, I guess, to sort of grind for a diamond that is not, at least for me, that much fun to grind for. But get a little more consistent with those brain shots at least. That might be a pair of a male and a female. Actually a decent sized male as well. I don't know what they're fleeing from. There may be wolves down there somewhere. Can probably, though, make a shot like that. Want to get the female as well, because we talked about that earlier. It's not quite the scenario that I wanted, but it's close. And that one we hit a little low. I mean, any hit from the 243 is going to bring it down. And actually, I was heading over here because there's another solo female right over there. Gonna be kind of a similar situation. It's tough to, like, get the shot high up and let out in front, and I think we did the exact same thing, just a little bit too low. The good news is, we made the shot on the one where we actually have a shot at getting gold out of it, and in the end, that is going to be 3 red foxes down. So let's see. Too low. Too low once again. And then, almost too low, but in the lungs. And one of the lowest trophy ratings I've seen. He's almost 10.2 kg, but 9.9 on the trophy rating, so pretty unfortunate he didn't make gold. But gold foxes are not exactly what we want in the end of this. We're just trying to get a diamond one, so it doesn't really matter what all the lower levels make. This looks to be a fox track as well. May even be a pair of them. That's another decent sized male. And then we have probably the accompanying female. I'm not quite sure where they're headed here. Hopefully we can catch up with them. Well, we got one anyway. Level 6 yet again. I think as long as he slows down, we ought to be able to get a shot in there. Probably pushing that for being too high, but we should be good. And once again though, the male and the female actually split, and the female ran some other direction, so we'll have to go and get caught up to that in just a second. But another level 6 male down. This one made gold at 10.8, so getting somewhere with that, I guess, moving in the right direction. And real quick before we go off and track, I don't see any drinking around this end, so we'll go ahead and find the female. That, I think, is our female. But I was wrong about that. There was a second male that I didn't realize. Same weight estimate. I think that's him right there, and that is, of course, a 5, so not even getting to the upper end. That's got him down, though. And as long as we can somewhat keep view of the female. We ought to be able to get her too. Not a good angle. Should have hit her at least, so it'll bring her down. But it's almost like all of our male fox on the map are all in one area. So go figure. But another 9+ male. I think we actually have another pair. Not exactly huge ones, but 2 more to take out. So they do flee pretty quickly, kind of as expected. And it would be tough just to get like 2 really quick shots in, especially on targets that small. So we'll probably have to deal with trying to get those fleeing shots, but thus far when we've had the chance, we've been able to at least get a shot in there. And like I said, any 243 hit on a red fox does bring it down. And it does enough, so we can be happy with just a flesh wound. And if we can go and get 1 more, we're going to be at 20 here in right about an hour, which is, in my opinion at least, a very solid hunt for red fox, even if they are mostly female. Because hopefully, the whole goal of this is to kind of get the balance back to where it should be. And maybe next time it's 10 males and 10 females. That's essentially the hope. And really even the last, I don't know, 10 has been close to 50-50. So we're going to make a point of doing this quickly. We got our level 4 male, and the female is going to be probably not too far away since they don't run that fast. And then I want to fast travel here and just hopefully get maybe 1 or 2. A lot of times they do drink like down on the south end. So we'll see. But I don't see any immediate sign of that female, so she must have ran a little further. So we got that. And we were very close to making that drop shot. Let her just a little too much. But let's see if we can get a red fox or 2 that's still hanging out in the late zone. I think this guy was probably leaving his zone already, but that'll do just as well. And that's either number 19 or number 20. Now I forget what I said. Either way, not doing too bad for a little hour hunt, and like I just mentioned there, it's kind of getting a little closer to even with the male to female ratio, so that I like to see. Not sure if that has anything to do with what we've done so far. I would guess it hasn't, but it's just encouraging to see males after the first bunch of them being all females. Well, that's kind of disappointing. Had a mating call over there and was hoping to see something a little better. But that'll drop him, and thought I heard something. There's even a level 6 female. Let her get to that trotting animation. I'm not even sure that we hit her. She'll probably do it again in a second. I tried to predict her taking off running because she is dropping. It's tough to get now. So we might be missing out on a gold. It wouldn't surprise me at all if the second opportunity we have for a gold is on a female. Especially if we were to not end up getting it, but the important part is the respawns. Can't really get a diamond out of a level 6 female, so not a big deal. But 1 more male to add to our total tally. And I think that's going to be 21 now if I count it correctly, so all these tracks are from the same one. Not going to have any bonus ones, I don't think. And just to look at it, this was our first one taken here at 904. And we're now harvesting our 21st one, which would have been a silver anyways, so no big deal. Hit her just a little too far back, I think. But that is, if we look at it again, 10:02, so not quite an hour. 21 red fox harvested. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what that does for pretty much the next time we come out here. And even if it's not hunting red fox, even if it's hunting wolves, I'm just hoping to run across more male red fox as we do it. But we'll see. I really hope this is the solution, and if this works well, we can continue to get those kind of numbers. I don't think grinding for a diamond red fox is going to be nearly as bad as I thought, so we'll kind of see where this takes us from here. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.